around the world have come here. Six players that won the weekly qualifier with 2 wildcard entries. Going back over a month ago, he was the first to qualify and book his ticket to Barcelona. He's from Hungary. He's 19 years old. He is impressive out on the sailing field. So let's make some noise for our first qualifier from Hungary, Peterson! Not yet, not yet. Maybe later, maybe later. Qualifying, representing France. He's an AI project manager. This man is smart out there. He plays with a controller. Let's give it up for Bang Bang France! Our next competitor, he is the youngest player here, just 14 years old, flying all the way from New Zealand. If you see him dancing while he's playing, he's probably listening to some rap or hip hop. Let's make some noise and give it up for Sailing Central! And he is ready to go. Woohoo! I love that. I love the energy. All right. At 39 years old, he comes from Bermuda. Didn't get lost coming to here. He's a talented sailor in his own right. Let's give it up for Rocky BDA. Next up, he started representing Albania. He made a switch to fly the flag for Italy. He's a globe-trotting architect, father of 1, soon to be 2. Let's give it up for Ruiz. At 19 years old, he sails for the youth program at Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron. A great sailor, the last to qualify to come to Barcelona. It's Bouchafai! At 22 years old, he was the first player to earn a wild card spot. He's from Sweden. He's the Swede with the speed. Let's give it up for Marimeister! And at 42 years old, he's our oldest player competing for the E-Series Grand Final, but he is an absolute legend. He was speechless when I called him to tell him he had got a spot as a wildcard entry. So make some noise from Estonia, Raiks! Now, Barcelona, this is the inaugural event for the America's Cup E-Series competition. So for the first time, let's all join together and give a huge round of applause. Make some noise for your 8 grand finalists. Well, gamers, are you ready to go? The time has come. Please, take your seats.
Wow, wow, wow.
Sky, and I think we can have a chat to our friends out of Italy, UK, and France now. Yeah, streaming it from around the world, so they tell me. Should we have a chat?
I think that we should try it, right? Yeah. Which language do you prefer?
So Billy Bella, she's from Italy, is that correct?
Ciao. I don't know, I'm just saying ciao. Hello?
Hello, we can hear her.
Hello?
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm in Italy, like near Milan.
There we go. Well, welcome from Italy. Oh, we can see you. Hi. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great.
Doing good, doing great. How are you doing on the stream?
We're doing great. We had yesterday. Good.
Nice one. Very good. Okay, we're going to jump into things now. I mean, Skyn, you've been with us for a while throughout the 6-week series. Liv, you've joined us for a couple of these events. I mean, the qualification process has been absolutely huge. I mean, we battled it out over 6 weeks. Skyn, what's been your highlight so far?
I really liked the whole experience, the 6 weeks. They were insane the whole time, but I really liked how the players evolved through these 6 weeks. They are tryharding so much, and I'm gonna say it on Spanish right now. Han estado currándoselo mucho durante 6 semanas, un clasificatorio semanal. Han ido mejorando muchísimo y la verdad que ha sido increíble el proceso. And I enjoyed a lot the whole thing, but the week 1 was special for me.
It was
Let's
a
say
special
that.
week. All right, we'll say ciao to Billy
Ciao,
Bella.
ciao.
Ciao, Billy Bella.
Ciao, have fun.
We'll see you soon. All right, next up, out of the UK, Ellum, how you doing?
Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello. Nice. Hello from France.
For friends.
Oh, Skyard.
Yes. How are you guys? I'm very excited. Even if I'm a cheer for the French, obviously, but it should be a really amazing experience from you guys at Barcelona. I hope you will have a great show, and I'm sure we will.
You've got Bing Bing France here, flying the flag for France.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to Bing Bing?
Just win it every single map, every single race.
No pressure.
Let's win.
There we go. The weight of a nation. All right, Skyard, we'll see you later. Enjoy the stream.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, Liv Mackay, I mean, let's talk about your sailing prowess. You've been out there on the waters of Barcelona. You've been sailing on an AC40. Your competition's going to start on the 5th of October with the Pooch Women's America's Cup. But you've spent a lot of time in the simulator. You've played this game. How realistic is it? I mean, going from playing the game to actually sailing out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely incredible. All the guys will tell you, and there'll be 2 lucky people here that will get the chance to convert it. But I mean, we've used the game so much. We've used it a lot more than we've been on the water, and it's been incredibly useful. It's good fun, and yeah, I would say it's amazing piece of technology that is really applicable.
And Skyn, you've played in a lot of esports competitions yourself. I mean, you used to be a professional player out there.
Yeah.
They've just been up on stage. How do you reckon the nerves of the gamers are right now?
It changes so much, right? Because I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Bueno, yo jugaba League of Legends, que básicamente es uno de los videojuegos más populares de PC, y la verdad que cambia mucho del stage a en tu casa. It's so much different from the stage to being in home, and it can change a lot. There is actually players that enjoy the pressure so much on the stage and enjoy the crowd. So let's see how they adapt.
How about you, Liv? I mean, going out on the race course, do you feel the nerves?
Oh, I mean, 100%. I think this is a little bit different for me here tonight, but I can't wait for next week, and I think all these guys will be feeling a similar way right now.
So there we go. Just to give you a quick rundown on how the proceedings will work this evening, we are going to have 5 races tonight. So 5 races. They're each going to intensify in points. So the 5th race is going to be worth 5 times the amount of points as race number 1. What's on the line? Well, the winner will win €25,000 and they will also book themselves a spot to sail on an AC40 yacht. So will the 2nd place finisher. So the top 2 teams will go through and sail an AC40. So Barcelona, are we ready to see this? Are we ready to go racing? Come on, let's go. Because race 1 is live. Guys, let's jump into the commentary box. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Here we go, Barcelona, race number 1, under 90 seconds to go. Look at this, we are out on the Barcelona race course as the teams were today in the Real Americas Cup. But today, this is on the virtual seas, Skyn. I mean, wow, we're here. We finally made it.
It's insane. It's insane to be living here. And the restart is 1 minute away, Liv. Really soon, right? It's a start.
Yeah.
Race 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting watching this. This is quite a different approach to what we typically would train for. So I think, yeah, it's all to play for. It's really good conditions out there. It'll be 1 lap race with 12 knot average. So we'll really see.
Yeah, this is just your classic all-rounder race course, 12 knots. I mean, nice wave conditions out there. We'll have a few shifts throughout the race, so it's not just a one-track race. There is some opportunity to overtake. But right now, this is the ACE Series Grand Final. There is 30 seconds to go. €25,000 on the line for first place, along with that spot to drive an AC40. And there's a penalty early on. Penalty on East Sailing Central.
Yeah, the first one of the grand final. And let's see how it goes. It's 10 seconds away right now.
Here we go. Barcelona, let's count this one down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Racing!
Oh, it's a stacked start, by the way.
Oh, penalty, Bing France now. Bing France with the penalty.
Tight at the boat end. See the Swedish, what do you think about the Swedish move down there?
Yeah, Marimeister hitting that pin end of the line, just pinning the ears back, trying to get out to that boundary. Big moment's going to be coming up. Can Marimeister tack and cross the fleet? Liv, I don't think so at this point.
Yeah, no, that's a rough move. You got 7 other boats potentially tacking on you, so...
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to come back from there for Marimeister. Big movement coming up here in the middle. But leading the way out of New Zealand is Bushify.
Bushify first. Once again, one of the most consistent players around the whole weeks. Actually, he was the last to qualify, the Bushify.
Yeah, left it late. Penalty on Peterson, one of our favourites, with a penalty relative to East Sailing Central. So East Sailing Central recovering well from that penalty early on to sit in 3rd spot. Liv, what are you making of it? I mean, halfway up the first race here, first up win. Ruiz is looking good right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I mean, it's impressing me how much this is looking like the youth AC this week, actually. It's definitely tight coming into that boundary, and then it's all about how you play to get out of it into a clear lane. I think the game's quite forgiving in a few ways, but it's all about boat speed at this point. You're all in the same kind of pressure.
All about the boat speed, and at 21 knots right now, Ruiz has a whole lot of that. So in first place, Ruiz representing Italy. Second is East Sailing Central from New Zealand, and from New Zealand also in third. Rounding out our top 3 is Bushify. So here we go. It is leg 1 of 2. The Italian flying the skin for Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Was that a close cross? Bushify somehow avoided the penalty.
Yeah, I thought that was for sure. Richard Slater would have given that straight to you.
He would have flagged that one.
Ruiz right now is leading the race.
I mean, I think it's all to play for here coming into the top. They're almost at a lay, so most of them have to go for another tack. I'd say you'd be seeing a lot of change up at the top here. It's pretty even. Who's your money on?
Wow, look at this. An absolute battle going on from 2 of our juggernauts, really, of the E-Sailing, is E-Sailing Central and Ruiz. They've had some battles right throughout this competition. I mean, Ruiz is known for his aggressive play, especially in the match racing style. So locked horns here with E-Sailing Central. I mean, Ruiz, he's the old boy up against the 14-year-old E-Sailing Central. What a battle.
Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with the Swedish right now. I thought they're the wild card coming in right now.
Yeah, but I think when you're the wild card, you know, you
got it all to play for.
You've got it all to play for, nothing to lose. I mean, you've just got the ticket, you've got the golden ticket. Willy Wonka said, yes, thank you, I will show up today. And that is Marimeister. I mean, he's on his way right now, and he's looking good, up into first place.
Yeah, he's got a good shift there coming into the top. He's definitely made quite a few gains on Ruiz. So
coming in on starboard now, tight cross. Marimeister, East Sailing Central. East Sailing Central just scraping in ahead of Marimeister. There was nothing in that one. So around the top mark for the first time, Ruiz from Italy leading the way. East Sailing Central hot on his heels.
Still in Central that could be first, right? This has not. This is not the end.
No, this is definitely. I mean, you can make gains and losses on the downwind for sure. It looks a little bit different to the upwind, but I think everyone's going for this right turn. There's obviously a big favour with the course and the shift.
And talking about the course there, Liv, I mean, people that are watching this out here for the first time, can you talk us through that wind map on the right-hand side of the screen?
Yeah, so all the players here will be all over it. But as you can see, there's on the right-hand side, there's the wind map. So as you see more lines closer together or stronger, that means more pressure. And as that angle right to left, that means it's oscillating or going side to side against the axis of the course. So it will lift you up closer to the mark or away from the mark. So it will effectively, you want to sail the shortest distance possible, and you look at that wind map and try and manipulate it into getting you there.
And the speeds we've seen up there are the Velocity made good speeds as well, which is an interesting change to this one from what we normally see. But we've got a lead change. There's going to be a massive cross coming up out on the left-hand side of the course, the right-hand side of the screen as we see it. E-Sailing Central has got the lead, but it's close, and this thing is going to be a massive cross coming into the finish line. Ruiz from Italy, E-Sailing Central from New Zealand. Ruiz has the right of way. It's a big moment. Oh, penalty. E-Sailing Central, and he's over. He's capsized.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah,
there was nothing in that.
Big moment.
Oh.
He's shaking his head right now.
He's saying no.
He is shaking his head behind us. He's not happy with that one. E-Sailing Central from first down to third right now. Got a penalty to kill as well.
He's
Ruiz.
losing meters quickly as
He
well.
lost all the momentum, right? Oh my God.
I mean,
Zero
Sky,
speed.
what a moment that was.
Zero speed right now. Oh my God.
E-Sailing
He's fifth right
Central
now. He actually will go to the last.
still trying to get up and foiling, but there is no knots going on that boat. So after that absolute crazy collision, it will be our Italian sailor, Ruiz, crossing the line. Here he comes. Let's give him a round of applause. Winning race one of the grand final, Ruiz.
He's gonna end up first, and the whole career in the race, he was first, by the way, the whole time.
Yeah, just clinical race there from Ruiz. I mean, that moment with E-Sailing Central, we're going to talk about for a while. But Liv, you mentioned the Swede, Marimeister, and look at that. Across the line, second place.
Yeah, you definitely, I mean, as the Dan Bernasconi scoring system goes, it doesn't favour the first race, but I really think getting a solid one on the first one sets you up well.
But if there is a tie at the end of 5 races, the count back is race number 1. So I think we need to remember these scores for race 1 because it is the count back. Good to see E-Sailing Central there recovering from that collision to finish in 5th place. Whoa. Still coming in, our Estonian there, Raix in 7th, and Bing Bing France, one to forget, but there's a long way to go in this competition, a long way to go.
And that's the statistics that we have in the race 1. Liv, what can we take out from it?
Yeah, I'd say just looking at them straight away, you can see the top speed and the average VMG jumping out from Ruiz. So the VMG is super important. That's obviously the key stat there. And the distance is pretty similar, but then you see the flight time is also a big jump up. So sailing a pretty clean race, and you know you always say in sailing the rich get richer. So it's definitely easy once you're out in front to keep gaining.
Just build on that lead. I mean, Ruiz did that, took the lead from about a third of the way up that first upwind and just extended from there. But how about that moment? I mean, E-Sailing Central and Ruiz there was absolutely nothing in that. So let's take a look at the leaderboard now. So after race 1, it is Ruiz in the lead with 8 points, Marimeister on 7, and Peterson. I mean, we didn't really talk about Peterson in that race. I mean, just kind of kept out of harm's way and bagged a top 3 there. Skyen, what do you make of it?
He was so consistent, Peterson, throughout the whole race. He was on the 5th, 6th, and then he started climbing. And I think that this race, Jesse, it's all on the A-Sailing Central problem, right?
Yeah, I mean,
His
E-Sailing
crash.
Central. I looked behind. I
He
mean,
was so
he's
frustrated.
right, this is him right here behind
So
us,
frustrated.
E-Sailing Central, and he was just shaking his head. I don't know if that was because he thought that Ruiz should
Yeah.
have done differently or because he was just disappointed in himself. But we're going to grab one of the guys here and bring them into the to the hot
Do
seat.
you want him to
Yeah,
come
I think
here?
we'll get him. Yeah, do you want to
Okay.
grab him?
Let's see.
I think, what are we going to ask him, Liv, when we bring him in here?
Well, what's
What-
your top question, actually?
what we-
You're the...
What were you thinking, E-Sailing Central? Race 1.
All the risk. What was his risk
Okay,
profile?
here he comes.
Yeah, you're coming.
Okay. There we go. Liam, E-Sailing Central, welcome to the commentary booth. I mean, talk us through that moment. It was the moment of the race. You had Ruiz coming in on starboard. You were there. Your boat did a bit of a flip. What was going on?
Yeah, so for me, I was like kind of coming down. I was pretty happy with how I was positioned and stuff, and I was like, okay, I think I can make this cross. I had the shift. I had everything. He kind of came off my map, so I couldn't really see him. So for me, I was like, oh yeah, I'm making this. I slowly put the bow down, and I think I just didn't get that enough speed because I asked him, and he said he was at 145, so I'm just going to take that on the chin. I'll be like, okay, that's my mistake. I should have just gone above. Lesson learned.
There we
Going
go.
for the next one.
Okay, Liam, I mean, you're 14 years old. You're the youngest person here. I mean, how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, pretty excited, pretty happy, but yeah, we just won that AC40 seat, so we're just going to keep pushing.
How's the nerves? I mean, are you shaking still?
She'll be right.
She'll be right. She'll be right. All right, we'll let you get back. Go
All right,
well.
cheers, guys.
Nice, good luck.
I mean, Liv, for a 14-year-old, he seemed pretty chill.
I would never have guessed he was 14 just talking to him. I'm
Yeah, he's
seriously
about,
impressed.
6'4" as well.
He looks so focused, no? And he said it's his mistake, like being critical with himself.
Take it on. When you make mistakes when you're
Yeah,
when you're competing, do
yeah.
you take
Zero-
it on the chin, or are
I'm-
you like, it was your fault?
No. I'm zero ego. Zero ego. That's it.
We'll have a look, make sure everyone's in their spots. We got 8 gamers there. Yes, we do. We're ready to go for race number 2. Welcome in if you've just joined us to the America's Cup E-Series Grand Final. The top 8 players from around the world are here in Barcelona right now competing for a grand prize of €25,000. We're 1 race in out of 5, and we're moving into race 2. Liv, we're in Barcelona again, but we got a bit of rain out there today.
Oh, she's not looking good. Not like it was today, but bit of a lighter race ahead of us. Brings out tricky conditions. I think you'll see a few people suffering a bit. You got to really pick out the pressure on that wind map.
Yeah, this is our light, painful, difficult course. I mean, it's just an absolute challenge to stay foiling out there. So that's what we're looking out for. The teams are going to have a challenge to stay up on the foils, a bit like Ineos and Luna Rossa out on the race course today.
What would you do on this type of race, Jesse? Well, if you went on the sailing.
If I was in this kind of race, I'd program it so it was just 15 knots every single time, flat water, and then just pin the ears back and absolutely send it.
Years back.
But that is too
What?
kind. We can't do that to these gamers. We've got to give them a challenge, and this is the most challenging course I think we can throw at them. Not a whole lot of waves out there on the course as we enter 1 minute to go. So here we are, race number 2, looking at Bouchify, who had a solid race in that first one, but a bit of work to do.
Yeah, I'd say the hardest things in these conditions is actually staying away from other boats, which is much more complex than you'd think with 8 boats out there rather than 2. So, yeah, they've definitely got their work cut out for them, but you'll set yourself up with a good start. And I think here you'd be thinking about maybe potentially offsetting from the fleet. So it'll be interesting to see if everyone goes for that starboard start or maybe a potential port tacker.
So we've got 30 seconds to go, less than 30 seconds to go. You can see the start line there. You have to start on the right-hand side, as we see it right now, of that start line when the clock hits 0. If you're over the start line, you will get a penalty and have a wind reduction for 30 seconds. You don't want that. Under 10 seconds to go. It is race number 2, the America's Cup E-Series Grand Final. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Off and racing, and carnage down the far end of the line. Penalties, Peterson, penalty, Peterson, penalty, Bouchify, penalties galore.
Penalties for everyone. Remember, it's a 30% wind, right, Nerf? If I'm not mistaken, for 30 seconds.
Yes,
Penalty.
it is. But you see 3 boats stuck up on the boat here, which is actually much worse than a penalty, you could
Looks
say.
like they've
so it's not...
caught the anchor.
Yeah, that is definitely not what you're after. You got to take that risk versus reward profile, and I think if you take a penalty, potentially it's not great with that lower wind speed for 30 seconds, but it could be worthwhile.
And this is playing into the favour of Marimeister. The Swede with the speed has all of that right now. I mean, he came into this as the wild card with nothing to lose, and he is making the moment count. And for those that might not know as well, Marimeister is a pretty good sailor himself in his own right. He's actually spent a bit of time with the Swedish team in the sailing series as well. So he knows what he's doing out there.
He has experience, right?
He has experience, but he struggled. He tried a lot to try and make it into the E Series Grand Final. Always missing out, but earned a wild card spot, and he's making that count right now. So here we are, halfway up leg number 1. After carnage on the start line, there was penalties for Bouchafai, Peterson, and Raix. But it is Marimeister leading the way.
Looking like a right shift on that boundary, so we'll see how they rack up out of this tack, but I'd love to see it get softer than 7.5, 7 knots, because that's where I think you'd really see some people struggle. And the tacks, I mean, they're holding in some lanes that I don't think would normally be very forgiving. So, yeah, make it trickier the better.
So Liv is looking for absolute carnage out there. She wants the wind to drop. She wants to see teams off the foils. I'm a little bit nicer, you know, Liv.
Yeah.
I want to see.
You want to see?
No, I'm kidding.
fast
I'm kidding. I want to see absolute carnage out there as well. I think all of Barcelona wants to see that too. Ruiz clawing his way back, Skyn.
Yep. And Raix is like, do you think that he's gonna come back this? It's hard, right? He lost all the speed on the start, and it's hard to recover on this type of races.
Yeah, I'd love to see the highlight of that. It looked like the 3 boats just got absolutely pranged up on that start line there. They didn't know which way was up.
That's
They
a
got
risky
caught.
play, right?
Yeah, very, very risky. I mean, as Liv said in that pre-start, it's all about trying to find some space, get out of the dirty air of the opposition, and that's something that Marimeister from Sweden is doing to absolute perfection. So our youngster out of Sweden came here as a wild card, and in race number 2, he is leading the way around the top mark.
Yeah, it's been quite interesting here with a lot of people are following the same plays, which you wouldn't normally see in yachting, but the offset from here and they're taking to the right turn, you might see a change with the pressure down the right side. It's often hard to tell, but yeah, there's quite a big split out there.
Here we go, Rocky BDA. He was the 4th to qualify and is sitting in 3rd place right now in race number 2. E-Sailing Central, midway through the fleet, as is Bing France, all to play for in the middle of the pack. There's not a lot separating them.
Marimeister keeping the lead, and it's close to the 2nd position to reach. They both can make it on the top, right?
Yeah, that's right, Skyn.
Yeah, I think here, so what's tricky about when it gets light and you sail higher angles downwind is that you often, out of your jibe exit is actually where people lose it. So you'll see on the screen here when they're jibing on the right and left boundaries, their angles are coming up quite high, and there's quite a big risk there of people coming off the foil. So they're doing a really good job. Obviously, these guys are very experienced and know what they're doing, but that often catches people out.
And if you're looking at the map on the right-hand side and you're wondering why they're not sailing straight down towards the mark, obviously in sailing, you got to zigzag, use the wind. You can't sail straight up into the wind, and downwind it's not very efficient in these boats to sail straight down into it. So this is the fastest angle that they can sail to the finish line, and someone that's doing that to perfection right now is Ruiz, because there's a lead change. Ruiz into 1st place.
Again.
The form continues for the Italian.
Wow. I mean, he's definitely sailing a pretty clean race, and I think he's done a really good job of being quite patient, actually waiting for the opportunity and not just throwing it away. So he's smart and sailing well.
Big cross coming up here. We've got Ruiz and Marimeister coming together. Ruiz has the starboard rights. Big cross. Oh, big tip there from Marimeister, doing what E-Sailing Central didn't do in the first race, avoiding the collision. And I think that's going to gift Ruiz the advantage, but there's not a lot in this. Less than 20 meters, and that lead is coming down. This is going to be a close finish in
Ruiz
race
first.
2.
Ruiz first right now. He might end up on the first. It's 20 meters away.
Yep, just one more maneuver needed for Ruiz. Who's it going to be? Ruiz or Marameister? It's going to be close. Ruiz takes the win.
So solid. And Master is ending up on the second. He's selling central, keeping on the third on the podium. It's huge.
Yeah, it's solid from him.
Yeah, great stuff there from
Quite a big
Ruiz
split.
Marameister. Yeah,
isn't
huge
it?
split. It's coming into the finish now. E-Sailing Central picked up a couple of spots in finishing in third spot there.
Important for him, I think, through the whole races. Rocky ending up on the fourth. Ben representing France right now, ending up fifth. Bushify, Peterson, and Rijks. I think those are those three that lost all the momentum on the risky play, I think.
Yeah, Rakes
So-
just not able to make amends from that start, nor did Peterson or Bushify. So you really need to start strong right now. Few words coming from behind us, actually. Bit of emotion.
They're
Bit
shaking
of
hands
emotion.
as well. Fair play all around there. Bushify on the sixth. Peterson ending the race right now. And last, Rijks having a really, really rough race.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to see that in those conditions. You saw that out there today, and I think I'm impressed right now with the racing. There's a lot of the guys are all chatting together behind us, which is actually quite entertaining.
Yeah, they are chatting behind them. I don't know what are they talking between them. And that was the second race. Is going to end up right now with Rakes. Kind of the risky play. Just went wrong, right? The whole race. He couldn't come back.
No,
That's
well,
up
I
to
mean,
statistics.
that start, I think you just can't. In those conditions with 8 boats, is you got to be fast at the gun, have clear air, and then it gives you all the power, which, I mean, getting held up at the boat end really does not do you wonders in the long run. But what I'm finding interesting, actually, looking around is Jesse's going.
And right now we have the reigning points from the race 2. And those are the points. Remember that each race counts more. Cada carrera cuenta más en las partidas, las más importantes siendo la cuarta y la quinta. And there we have all the points, 24 for Ruiz. Actually, top 1 and 2 maintaining. Actually, it's huge. Bushify on the 6th, Peterson 7th, Rijks following with the 8th, Bang France on the bottom.
3 more races to come, though, and that point system, I think, will catch up. So we'll see what happens.
With this point system, if you do solid 4 race on 5, I think it's so
Game
important
changer.
in this grand final that we are having here in Barcelona. Really soon we are going to have an interview with Jesse. Let's see what he's
Ruiz just got
let's
some
see.
tips for some people, I think.
Yeah, actually, there is a huge prize. Like, I think that they are nervous right now, for sure.
Hey
A lot
guys,
on
I
the
got
line.
Ruiz here. He's the winner of the first 2 races, leading the way, 24 points. Ruiz, I mean, how are you feeling right now? You're in the lead.
Yeah, so far so good, but we've been here before, haven't we? So let's see, the last 2 races are the ones that matter, really. So
And how's it been so far? I mean, you've got a young family at home, and I hear a very pregnant wife at home as well.
yeah, they'll be watching now, for sure.
And how's the nerves going into the next 3 races? I mean, I know you've been in this position before. You talked about it. I mean, you got to make it count early on. I mean, how are you feeling?
No, I'm feeling great, actually. I'm pretty chilled.
Pretty chill. I mean, come on, mate. There's 25,000 euro on the line here. Okay, Marameister, I'm coming to you as well. I mean, you came in here as the wild card, and you're currently doing pretty well on the leaderboard. Have you surprised yourself?
I don't know. I feel like I just try to get off the line cleanly and then don't take any risks, duck rather than crash. And yeah, I found myself climbing up the leaderboard. So far, I'm feeling very comfortable and very happy about my position. So
I must say, as the wild card, you came in here pretty chill. Are you still feeling chill?
like, I think the finals that we did online have really prepared me for this moment. Like, I really felt the pressure then, and I feel like I'm getting better and better at handling it. So I think the competition should watch out.
Nice, Marameister, you're doing well. We'll let you get back into it with our 3rd race not far away. Here we go, gamers. Wow. There
That's
we
good.
go.
Here,
They seem
Hola.
they seem pretty chill.
yeah, they seem pretty chill, no?
Surprisingly chill.
Actually, being first on the both races, and he's just chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think that race 4 and 5 are the whole thing. Like, they are so huge.
That's right. Remembering the points are amplified as we go on, so each race is worth more points than the last. This is race number 3. Liv, I mean, what have we got out there on the course?
Well, I think this is your favourite race, Jesse, as
Really?
we didn't talk about earlier or anything. But it's windy out there, and we got 2 laps, so a lot of boat handling and makes for hopefully some good carnage. Actually.
Yeah, it's a spicy number, this one. I mean, we're getting 15 knots on the race course right now. We got some good waves out there. It's a little bit shifty, but I mean, it's all about good speed. Who can just absolutely rip it out there and hit those top speeds? On board E-Sailing Central right now, going through a maneuver. Whoa, looking smooth.
Yeah, looking good actually. One thing I am very curious about is what the guys do for their settings and things. But they've spent a lot of hours in the game, so I'm sure they can show us how to do it.
What are you looking on these kind of races? What are you looking for?
In the windy stuff?
Yeah, like what are you trying to do? Are you trying to stay?
Right now, I'd be looking at the wind map, trying to line up where to start and where you get the first shift. Be fast at the gun, so making sure that you got a good lane, and ideally, if you want the bottom right, you want the option to tack off the line, speed is your friend. Really.
It is a congested race course. Look at this. There is absolutely no room in the starting box as we go close to 30 seconds to go. It is race number 3, the ACE Series Grand Final. It is starting to get to the interesting part of the competition. It's really starting to heat up. Liv, I can't believe how tight the starting box is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot closer than we sail in real life, but I mean, it's perfect for what you want, bit of carnage.
There we go. Plenty of carnage coming our way. 10 seconds to go. They're all lining up. Look how close they are. There's surely going to be some penalties here. Oh, look, there's nothing between it. In 3, 2, 1. Race 3 is underway. And somehow it is a clean start. They proved me wrong, Liv.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great lineup out there. You see the right boats coming off the boat pretty strong. Ruiz up there again.
Ruiz just making it count. So too is E-Sailing Central. It's all about this big moment here. The teams that have gone out to that boundary, can they tack and cross the fleet?
Marimeister going out early.
Trying to punch through in the middle of the line right now is Marimeister, sitting in 5th spot. One of our form gamers right now. But E-Sailing Central, the 14-year-old out of New Zealand, he came here one of the favourites, and he is looking good in this 3rd race.
I mean, it's an interesting race course with the wind being a bit up and being a bit short. We've got that 2 laps, but I think you'll see everyone come into the top really close here. Everyone's obviously done a lot of experience, got really good boat handling, and that's often what catches you out in these conditions.
So we can see out on the left-hand side, making the tack, coming across is E-Sailing Central. Can he cross in front? No. It's going to be close, trying to find a gap. Somehow punches the gap. Does E-Sailing Central, but it's not going to be. There is such traffic coming into the top. Look at this.
Oh, Ruiz is.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, no penalties. Oh, there is. Bing
penalty.
France with the penalty.
Oh my God, we had a
We
crash
got
there.
Ruiz off the foils here. It's capsized.
No way.
It's the most even race, right? That we had, like the race 3.
Yeah, and
So
this
even.
one's a little bit longer as well. We're doing 2 laps for this one, so we're extending this one out a bit. So it's not over for Ruiz, who was our leader coming into this race, and surprisingly is sitting back in 8th position right now. So Ruiz with some work to do. I can tell you one thing, he's going to be annoyed at me because we interviewed him mid-race. I think he's going to be blaming me for this performance.
As Glenn talks about the commentator's curse.
Yeah.
It's been going around a bit in the last week or 2, so yeah, maybe you should hold off on that.
Yeah, and E-Sailing Central, after leading the way for most of that first leg, has dropped back to 7th. So 2 of our favourites, Ruiz and E-Sailing Central, struggling right now in this race.
it's going to be a big change up if they can hold it. But another lap can bring a lot of change.
But how good is this? Our Bermudan, Rocky BDA, leading around the bottom mark. There he goes.
On this type of races, being consistent makes the difference, right? Like they are getting the lead. Rocky is far away, and Peterson 500 meters on the last.
Yeah, a lot of work to do for Peterson, our Hungarian. Right now, you'd almost say he's out of it, but this Hungarian is talented. A bit of traffic coming on the different upwinds and downwinds.
Yeah, if you're Ruiz right now, you're just trying to tick away at 1-2 boats because that point scoring system is massive. So anything for him will favour him in the long run. He just needs a solid result and he'll be able to, keep at the top of the leaderboard.
This thing is going to shake up the leaderboard.
It is.
I don't know
It
much,
is.
but I know that this thing is going to shake up the leaderboard if the race was to finish right now. Someone who we haven't talked about a lot, Ray Eakes, the Estonian. He's doing great in this race. His best performance easily so far. He'll be really happy with how he's sitting and looking good, looking smooth.
Yeah, actually, he was last on the race 1 and 2, I think.
Yeah.
On both of them.
So
and
massive,
right now he's second.
Massive comeback now for
Likes
Ray
the
Eakes.
wind.
And remember that race 3, 4, and 5, there are so much points. So we have to keep on the lead.
You're not out of it by any means with the way that we do this scoring system for the America's Cup E-Series. Different to sailing out on the real water out there. This thing amplifies as we go through. So the 5th race, as I've talked about, is worth 5 times the points of race number 1. So coming around the top mark is Rocky BDA and Ray Eakes locked in it right now.
Rocky BDA keeping the lead the whole race, followed by Rage, Bushify as well. And Ruiz is not comebacking this. Peterson has a lot of work to do, but leg 4 of 4.
Yeah, plenty of support out there for Rocky BDA as well. Might be one of the crowd favourites, the Bermudan.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Swedish fans actually before in the crowd. They're really loud out there.
Cheering out there for
Marimeister. Yeah.
Good to see.
He's come back pretty strong actually. He was definitely in the last 3, so he's clawed his way back. I think we're in race 3 here, so you got 2 more to go and getting some solid results. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he was at the top of the table.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the case with where Ruiz is sitting. But right now, it's all about Rocky BDA. One more maneuver, and he's gone in. Good job. Cross the line. Winning race 3. Rocky BDA.
Huge for him, getting first on race 3. Right now we have Rakes as well. Bushify is going to end up 3rd, followed by Mary Meister on the 4th.
Look at the emotion. He absolutely loved that one. Rocky, the big man.
So good.
The man mountain takes the win. Yee-hoo!
He's got some few settings going on as well over there.
Yeah, he's got the printouts of his settings there.
Oh yeah, okay. Keep it quiet.
He doesn't want it. There we go. So our top 3, Rocky BDA, Ray Eakes and Bushify. Marimeister in 4th, Bing Bing France 5th, E-Sailing Central 6th. Ruiz picks up a spot to finish in 7th place. And Peterson with a race to forget on that one. A lot of work to do there for Peterson.
Let's see race 4 and 5. I think that each can make it if they do shoot-ups once. There's so many on the line, so much on the line. So let's see. Here we have the statistics. Liv.
Yeah, I mean, you see that it was a tight finish, and all the stats show that as well. So, I mean, for me, it was just about getting out in front and then playing the fleet, which Rocky BDA did a really good job. Really good job.
And I don't know what players on a second, on a minute, we are going to have like an interview with Jesse. He's preparing. Let's see what the players think, because you have a lot on the line. Race 4 and 5. And I think that we are right now going to the leaderboard. Let's see how it goes. The points are going to rain. And there we have the mats. Ruiz going up on the 3rd, and Rocky is
nice.
first.
Nice job. Oh, he's doing it for him.
Here you go. Rocky on the 1st. How are you feeling? How was the race?
Amazing. Really consistent. Kept it simple.
Do you like this kind of races?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, what's your
Pressure.
favorite conditions?
I like it when it's windy and wavy.
Windy and wavy,
Yeah.
yeah. We need to pump up the
Yeah.
waves a bit, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Give it to me.
Yeah, perfect.
What are you thinking right now? What do you have in mind for race 4 and 5? Keep it clean.
Just keep it simple, no penalties. Good start, tack on the first shift. Real simple. Easy does it.
Easy does it, fast does it as well.
Yeah, that too.
So what are you hoping for these last 2 races?
Just some wind and some waves. No
Wind and
penalties.
waves,
Yeah,
okay.
wind and waves.
So
That'd be
important to
great.
avoid
much cool.
penalties.
Yeah, avoid penalties.
Yeah. the
Take it
wind.
off.
Yeah.
Take it off. And how do you normally do your setup? Do you do everything on auto?
Yeah,
or do you do
auto, but the pitch is on manual.
Right.
I don't have enough brain cells to do pitch also.
No, that's good to know. I need to learn a few tips for tomorrow.
Yeah,
actually.
it's not that much faster with the pitch on manual.
Right.
So it's just something else to think about, so I just turn it off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break right now. Let the players, gamers go have a quick break, take a breather. So, Tony, take it away for the halftime show.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Liv, Skane. Thank you very much. Okay, gamers. Time to relax just a little bit. 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutos de descanso para los gamers porque en nada llegará lo más fuerte de la noche, las carreras 4 y 5. Y después de la carrera número 5 sabremos quién es el ganador o ganadora del trofeo del America's Cup E-Series y por supuesto de los 50.000 euros en metálico. Ahora un momentito, solo 3 minutos de relax. Os vamos a dejar con un show preparado de baile basándose en toda la energía, the full energy of the America's Cup here in Barcelona. Let's dance all together.
To feel
Up to our performers. That is the halftime show done and dusted. We now move to the pointy end of the competition where in just a few moments time one of these gamers will be lifting this trophy and be crowned the America's Cup E-Series Grand Final champion. The world champ of the America's Cup E-Series coming our way very soon. But we're now going to move into race number 4. So please welcome back to the stage our gamers. And they are ready to go. Bring it on. Liv, welcome back. Skyn, welcome back. We're into the last 2 races. I mean, as always, this is where it counts. How are you feeling right now? How do you think they're feeling?
It's so hard. I don't know. They should be like really nervous because with race 5 and 4, you can really make it even if you are last. If you can do a like top 1, top 2, there is so much points going in there. So that's a huge moment for them actually.
Liv, what about you? What do you want to see out there as a professional sailor? What would the tactics be?
Yeah, I mean, this is the best part. You see people under the most pressure and people kind of shine or go away from it. So I think here, I mean, race 4, you still got 2 races to go. You just want a solid one in race 4, top 3, top 2, you take it.
You take it.
But I mean, you got to put it all on the line, surely.
Well, bring it on. Here we go. Welcome back in. If you've just joined us, welcome to the America's Cup E-Series Grand Final. We're coming to you live from the heart of the race village in Barcelona, right in the middle of the Louis Vuitton 37th America's Cup. It's finals time in the Louis Vuitton Cup right now, with Ineos Britannia up against Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. But we go to the virtual seas to see the gamers strut their stuff out there on the virtual wind and the virtual waves of Barcelona. Liv, I mean, race number 4 course out there. What are you seeing? What do you like? What do we got?
Yeah, it's pretty long up one lapper here and pretty average conditions. You know, your 12 knot mark. It's nothing outrageous, shifty.
Yeah, what I love about this course,
waves.
We had 12 knots 2 seconds ago, and now we're down at 9. I mean, we could see some massive differences in wind in this race. Anything as light as 6 knots, anything as high as 13 knots. So there is going to be some big old potholes out on the race course today.
Yeah, I think that will definitely catch a few people out. I mean, that's where people you kind of get, if you get a bit stressed, you get a bit under pressure, and your vision kind of narrows and you see people making a few mistakes. So it'll be quite interesting. It's definitely a lighter out there. I just saw 7.5 knots, and then, yeah, as you said, it'll get a bit windier. So it'll be really interesting.
So we're coming in under 1 minute to go now. This is race number 4. A lot of points up for grabs in this race. East Sailing Central, one of the favourites. Peterson, also one of the favourites.
Who would you want to be right now, GC?
I would want to be, you know what? I reckon someone like Rocky BDA.
Yeah, Rocky seemed so confident, right? After this race.
I mean, he is leading, but he came in, you know, he seemed quite relaxed out there, and I think that's coming through. He's experienced. He's a good sailor himself. I mean, the Bermudan, I like where he's at. Don't want to jinx it, though. So we're coming in. It is race number 4. It's great to have you with us.
10 seconds.
Seconds to go. The America's Cup E-Series Grand Final. This is at the pointy end, and we're off in 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Let's go.
Let's go, all right. Oh,
there's penalties. Rocky said, avoid penalties overall. Oh, my God.
Marimeister's been looking good. He's on the top of the leaderboard. Not quite at the top, but he's right up there. So that penalty is not going to do him any good whatsoever. Raix, after a good race in that last one, getting a penalty off the start, and he is way back. But right now, Liv, Marimeister is in a world of trouble. He is doing circles on the start line right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what you want. I mean, you just want to get a solid start there and stay in the race. And I think, yeah, pushing in at the boat end with no time to kill is a really hard position to be in with 8 boats on the line.
So big moment coming up. Ruiz will have protection on the boundary, so Peterson has to give him room, and that's exactly what he does. That's going to hurt Peterson. But there's a real battle going on right now. Ruiz and Bouchify are the top 2. It'll be interesting to see if Ruiz can hang in there on the hip of Bouchify.
He's looking pretty good. I mean, starting to get pretty soft there. 8.5 is dropping. So, I mean, holding on the hips gets more and more difficult, but he's got some starboard boats.
Big moment, big moment. Is there a penalty? No, it is clear.
Clear.
Ruiz somehow got there.
The Ruiz got the lead and Bouchify is on 0 meters. They are actually in the same spot right now.
That's how you do it.
That is how you do it. So Bouchify has to keep clear of Ruiz right now. It's getting close, and Bouchify is having none of it. He's out of there.
And a nice shift as well. Ruiz has done well. That is definitely a powerful position. He'll come into boundary, and then, yeah, he's in a very controlling position of the fleet there. Impressive.
Great shot there. Ruiz doing a good job flying that boat. Nice control. Leading the way.
Bouchify coming back.
Yeah, the top 3 is really stacked, right? Even the top 4 is sailing central, really near to Bouchify. And Ruiz is the most consistent player right now for the whole finals, right?
Yeah.
He only got penalty on the 3rd race.
Whoa, do we need to bring him up, or should we leave him out to commentating? I don't know.
No curses going on here. Big cross, big cross. Oh! Surely there's a penalty there.
It was close. But
how was that not a penalty?
No penalty.
Off the foils.
Ruiz is off the
Much
foil.
worse.
Oh no. That
right now leading easily central.
That was absolute carnage there on board. Ruiz just almost got lucky and then didn't use that luck well, dropping off the foils. Bad tactical decision there. Right after you mentioned how well he was doing, Liv.
Oh, I think we're seeing a big change up again in the leaderboard as well, which is, it's going to leave
coming down the top. There's nothing in it. Peterson from Hungary, the 19-year-old, leading the way. Our 2 youngest out there, E-Sailing Central and Peterson, in a battle at the top of the leaderboard. But, I mean, look at this. I mean, there's nothing in it between those top few.
No, we've got Rocky BDA coming out around the top here. Hopefully he's gaining 1 or 2. He's not far behind. So you might see, I mean, in the downwind, it's all about staying in pressure. So if he can jibe into a good lane with, seeing that 10, 11, 12
Where are you seeing
knots.
the pressure on the course right now, Liv?
On that right boundary where everyone happens to be.
Yeah. What are the chances? And look,
They might have done it a few times.
And a great angle going on there as well. This is a great battle between Peterson and E-Sailing Central. Only 4 meters between them right now. And when points are getting multiplied like this, 1 place is a massive game changer in the overall points that are available.
Yeah.
So they are going to be fighting to the very end, Sky, and there is nothing going on here. I mean, nothing in it.
Actually, only on the top 1 and top 2. Remember that this race, there is a lot of points going on. So Peterson keeping the lead with his best race out of the final. He's on the race 4 being first, and E-Sailing Central so close. Actually, E-Sailing Central was talking with. It's like saying, "Let's go on the middle of the race."
Yeah, he was pumped.
Yeah,
he was absolutely fizzed for that one. I mean, Peterson, after his start, I feel like, a bird nearly hit his boat there. That was lucky.
Imagine.
Gosh.
Imagine.
That does happen in real life.
What happens if that happens?
Gives you a fright.
Yeah. So we got a real battle on our hands. Peterson, the Hungarian, E-Sailing Central, the Kiwi.
Look soft on that left boundary. Yeah, it's hard position. I mean, you got Peterson who's driving back onto starboard. If you're looking at that, you'd be wanting to drive on a tight right-hand lay.
There we go.
Push E-Sailing Central into a compromised position. Does he jibe or does he go past? And
so
then you've
many
got the
tactics.
race.
I can tell you, they are both behind us right now. Peterson and E-Sailing Central.
E-Sailing Central's got good speed, though. He's definitely making some gains down there.
I think it's making it, right? I think it's making it. Let's see.
One more maneuver. Here's the big moment. One more jibe to do. E-Sailing Central, can he nail it? Yes, he can. E-Sailing Central for the win in race 4.
Really, really huge. Peterson ending up on the 2nd, Bouchify on the 3rd. And Bang Bang France looks like 4th. E-Sailing Central. Yeah. And actually, he was so close as well on the race 1, doing a really good finally sailing central and ending up first on the race 4.
That's right. Okay, guys, I'm going to go see who I can find out there.
Yeah, we got to check.
Let's see. Bang Bang France ending up on the 4th. Rocky being the winner of the race 3, now ending up 5th. Followed by Ruiz Mermeister that started, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Liv, with a penalty on this race. If I'm not mistaken, Mermeister. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not a good position for him. I mean, that point scoring will really penalise him, and I think I'm so curious right now to go to Jesse and get the feelings of everyone out there.
Yeah, I've got Peterson here. Peterson, that was your best race of the competition so far. I mean, you were the first to qualify. You were one of the red-hot favourites coming into this thing. It must feel good to get your best race under the belt.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 races are probably the most important to get good on. It's all about the wind and the person, maybe.
Do you think you can win this thing from here? What do you think?
Overall, could be, maybe, possibly, yeah.
Could be, maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. Good luck out there, Peterson, having a good one there. Bing Bing France, how you doing?
That's a little bit difficult for me for the moment, but I will be full on the last one.
Okay, and then E-Sailing Central, spin this way. You got the win in that last one, obviously. You were pretty happy with that?
Yeah, I was pretty happy. I also got to say, I'm sorry, Mermeister. I didn't realize it was him. That's on me, all right? That's on me at that pre-start penalty. I'm sorry.
Okay, Mermeister, we're going to come over here. How do you feel about that? E-Sailing Central, he's just apologised there. What did he do?
No, well, I don't think he has to apologize. I put myself in a vulnerable situation, and of course, he can say. Of course, he would. He should punish me in that situation. So I just put myself in a bad situation, and hopefully, this next race I'll finish out on top and try and climb back.
No love lost there. I love it. Okay, good night. Raix, are you having fun?
Yeah, I am having lots of fun now.
When I called you to announce that you were the wild card, I mean, you were absolutely speechless. You couldn't believe it. I mean, you're here, you're in Barcelona. You know, it's been a bit of a tough one so far, but I mean, I've looked down the line and you're generally smiling most of the time.
Yeah, I'm just chilling here and so fast I can do.
Just chilling. Okay, let's take a look at the leaderboard. How do things stack up at the end of race number 4? Here we go. Drum roll, please. And into the lead is E-Sailing Central. Moves into the lead. Bouchify not far behind, 53 points. Rocky BDA, 53 points as well. There is nothing in this thing. Liv, Skyn, is that closer than you thought?
Yeah, I mean, E-Sailing Central, Bouchify and Rocky. It's gonna be a tough race 5. It's so close. It depends on who gets on the top, that's it, right? Even Mermeister, if he gets a really good one.
I think everyone almost. It's super close, eh?
Yeah. I mean, the closest is the top 3, like the top 3
not,
is saying.
not trying to play favourites, but we've got 2 Kiwis at the top.
2 Kiwis at the top.
True.
Not trying to point that out, but yeah, no pressure, guys.
Yeah. The weight of New Zealand is resting on you. So E-Sailing Central goes into our 5th and final race in the top of the leaderboard, but hot on his heels is Bouchify, also from New Zealand, and Rocky BDA from Bermuda. Now, if you are just joining us, welcome in. This is the 5th and final race. And as we do in the America's Cup E-Series, we amplify the points. So the 5th race is worth the most. If you win the 5th race, you will win a whopping 40 points. So there's more points up for grabs in this one. So none of the ones that are in the top are out of this thing right now. Everyone is still in with a chance. So you got to deliver. You got to be clutch. Oh.
It's my favourite part.
Yeah, clutch.
I'm going like that with the leaderboard, right? Everything's so stacked, so even. Anyone can win. What?
That's why we love it.
I would love to see the conditions on the race 5. Let's see in a second. But it's going to be so hyped.
Let's go.
And we are getting ready for the last race.
Let's go. Bring it on. Let's go, Barcelona.
Let's
the 5th
go.
and final race. Good news. It's clear skies. Sunshine. Woohoo!
You like it? You like it, the race 5?
Yeah, it's looking a bit windier.
I love it.
Back in the sweet spot.
2 laps.
Oh, penalties early on. Marimeister with the penalty. Couple of penalties, in fact. So we have a nice kind of 11 knots out there right now. This thing's a bit patchy. It's a little bit shifty. I mean, we're going to see everything thrown at these teams. The beauty of the e-sailing is we can just wind this thing up and we can choose the conditions that we want. So for the 5th and final race of the America's Cup E-Series Grand Final, we are going to throw absolutely everything at them. 14 knots right now. Liv, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, right now you'd just be going back to trying to make it as normal as possible. So going back to your, what do you normally do, checking in, just trying to, I mean, I'm sure they're feeling a lot of pressure back there, but I mean, they're all in the zone. Sure, they know what they're doing, so it'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
Sky, how would you be feeling out there if you were one of them?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to be so focused and everything is on the line right now. E-Sailing Central looks so confident. Actually, any one of them looks so confident. And that's the moment, that's the last pre-start that we are going to have 40 seconds on the line. I don't know, guys. Race 5, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
It's quite interesting. I mean, they're all kind of coming across at the same timing on port, and that whole rearrange on that starboard boundary sets you up in a really powerful position to reach in and not get any penalties.
It's going to be mind games right now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can guarantee there will be mind games. Remember, there is €25,000 on the line for the winner of this competition and a ride on an AC40
the last
for the
one.
top 2. It's race 5, the America's Cup E-Series Grand Final in 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Let's go! Everything.
E-sailing over.
Oh my God. Early! Peterson early!
Oh,
No!
that is brutal.
Oh no!
Starting
Work
the last,
to be done.
Yeah, I started the last race with a penalty. Not the best.
But he still looks chill
Yeah,
behind
there
us. He
is
still looks chill. Marimeister,
serious face in
who
the
we
back.
know is not out of this thing as well. He has come into the lead, just dropping back into 2nd spot. Rocky BDA, where's he? He's in 3rd right now.
Looking like a very shifty course up there as well. So it's going to be all to play for, I think. It is definitely the big bend in the breeze, and where you're tacking is going to be super important.
Oh yeah, we dialed this thing up. We just whacked it up the Richter scale and said, let's just throw everything we've got at these guys in the 5th and final race, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. But it is the Swede, Marimeister, leading the way.
Oh.
Would this be a comeback from 4th place up to 1st? Oh.
For sure, right? And he had penalties when the races were not good for him. So Marimeister right now going up on the 1st. Benjamin France, actually, he said that it's going to be hard because of the points, because he's 4 or 5, I think. But right now, 2nd place, not bad.
Miracles can happen. I mean, Liv, E-Sailing Central, was on top of the leaderboard, got a penalty on the start, but has clawed his way back up into the top 3.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I think one thing about penalties is you can actually use them in a way that doesn't disadvantage you as much. So, yeah, he's been smart about it for sure.
So there we go, around the top mark for the first time. It is Bing France in the lead, but with a bit of a wobble. Marimeister hot on his heels, and E-Sailing Central taking potentially not the favoured mark, going for an early jibe. Oh, he's over.
What is this?
Boostify.
What is this?
And loose.
There's a lot going on here, isn't there? Everyone is just pushing it to the limits.
E-Sailing Central recovering for the penalty, by the way. Top 3, getting so much momentum.
Yeah, but I'm a little bit worried about Peterson out on that other side, struggling there. Bing France on board now, leading the way. Boy, and where's E-Sailing Central? Where is he? Liv, how impressed are you of that comeback? Getting a penalty on the start.
So clean, right?
Through.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously impressed. I mean, I saw him get over and I thought he was choking a little bit, to be honest, but he's really come back strong. And, I mean, we turn around, he's really focused on there. So he's, really impressive.
Okay, we're coming down to the bottom mark for the first time. Bing France!
Oh, my God.
Buries it! And that will give E-Sailing Central the lead.
Oh, this is
Our leader overall. Can I just say that this is a 14-year-old kid from New Zealand who 1 week ago was playing this game in his bedroom. He's now on the world stage in Barcelona.
I'm feeling nervous for him actually, but obviously fully behind him. He's got it together, and this is such good racing.
But Bing France has picked a nice side of the course, so the big question remains, when they come together on this next cross, who will have the lead? Because Marimeister's not going away either.
Pretty even, right?
Yeah, I'd say Bing looks pretty strong there, and East Haling's obviously taken that shift as well. It's kind of, consolidated. But I think, given the points, East Haling's is doing well.
Yeah,
doing well. He's got back in phase.
He doesn't have to risk it, right? He's sailing central. If he gets a clean one, even if he gets second,
yeah,
he's fine.
He's fine.
He doesn't need to risk.
Oh, there's two more legs to go. 1.5 legs to go. That's all that stands in the way of E-Sailing Central and being crowned the inaugural ACE Series champion. This is all on. You can just feel the tension right now. Big cross coming up. Marimeister, you would not have wanted to see them collide there.
Oh my God. I think that he knows that he just need to be clean, and he's gonna make it. Right now, second is sailing central, 40 meters away from Bing France.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely seen that wind map a few times. You can see that shift coming up, and he's in a really powerful position. He's got a good lane, and I think, he's coming in to a nice left hand and will tack over and be in a strong position.
So here we go, Barcelona for the final time coming around the marks. It is the 5th and final race. So when they come around this top mark, let's get up on our feet. Let's make some noise for them. They can hear you. Here we go, Barcelona. Let's give it up for our gamers.
He's sailing central. He's
doing the jibe. Early jibe, strong.
Early jibe for E-Sailing Central, getting out to the right-hand side of the course into some good breeze. We are on board now. Let's have a look at the flight control. Nerves of steel for the youngster. The 14-year-old is right behind us. He's talking. You can hear him chattering behind us right now.
Oh, he's not far. I can't believe it. Could be sailing an AC-40 in a few
300 meters
days.
away, by the way.
There's no way he's saying behind us. He is saying on his microphone, there is no way. Bing France is leading the way, but E-Sailing Central is coming into the finish. And as it stands, he will be crowned the AC E-Series World Champion.
I think, right, there should be it. It's gonna be 10 seconds left or less, and it's gonna be E-Sailing Central.
So here he comes, Barcelona, on your feet for E-Sailing Central!
Oh my God,
Let's see the map,
awesome.
but I think that we know it.
Barcelona, come on in. Let's give it up for him.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay, let's come on out. E-Sailing Central. Barcelona, let's make some noise for E-Sailing Central! Wait, you gotta put it down. You gotta put it down. Okay. Liam, E-Sailing Central, come out here. Stand here. Barcelona. This is your winner. a 14-year-old from New Zealand. But to award the trophy is someone who I think is going to be a pretty special person to bring out the trophy. So to award the trophy to Liam, please welcome onto the stage skipper of Emirates Team New Zealand, Peter Berlin. Okay, Pete, the big moment. You guys, I think everyone come out here as well. Guys, come out here. Okay, before we do the trophy, we also need to know who finished in second place. Obviously, Liam has won. He's won the grand prize, the trophy, and a trip on an AC40 yacht. But there is another person who's going to join him. So who is going to finish in second place and also drive an AC40? Bouchafai! All right, there we go. Bouchafai, you're going on this as well, the AC40. But for the time being, it's all about our champion. So Barcelona, as Peter Berlin hands the trophy to E-Sailing Central, let's make some noise. The AC E-Series champion, E-Sailing Central! All right, let's bring out the champagne. Yay! All right, now, as our winner's only 14, he can't spray the champagne, so we got the Rocky. I think get some champagne. Grab it. Come on out. Bring the champagne. Okay, so Barcelona, one more time for your AC E-Series champion, E-Sailing Central! All right, Liam. Huh? Liam, E-Sailing Central, you're a 14-year-old from New Zealand. You've just come to Barcelona and won the AC E-Series World Champs. How does it feel?
It's insane! It's crazy! This is like my dream, you know, to get in the America's Cup, and this is my ticket in. Let's go.
Okay, what means more to you? The 25,000 euro that you've just won as a 14-year-old, or the fact in 3 days' time you're going to be out there on the waters of Barcelona sailing on an AC40?
You know, money comes and goes, but what doesn't is an AC40. So obviously AC40 all the way.
All right, Peter Berlin. I mean, you were once a 14-year-old kid from New Zealand with big dreams of sailing the America's Cup. What do you think about this whole thing and the fact that a 14-year-old Kiwi's just won this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool setup. You know, the opportunity for these guys to come up here and experience this is pretty amazing, and it's going to be so cool seeing them out on the water in a few days' time.
Beauty, great to have you here, Pete. Bouchafai, come out here. Mate, you also, as second place finisher, you'll be joining E-Sailing Central on the other side of the boat. racing on an AC40 against a Youth America's Cup team. How good is that?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. It's all I was focusing on this whole time was just trying to get that opportunity, and now it's here. So
You've done it. I mean, clutch in the finale. Bushify, we're going to let you go. All right, the man, the myth, the legend, Barcelona, one more time. Let's give it up for our champion, E-Sailing Central!
Felicidades!
Tony!
Felicitats al nostre campió! For aplaudiment! Jesse! What amazing night!
Amazing night. Thank you all so much for joining us. E-Sailing Central taking the win. I mean, absolutely fantastic. But Tony, the party is only just beginning. We got plenty more entertainment to come.
Now starting the Saturday night fever here in Barcelona.
Saturday night fever. All right, you're in safe hands, Tony.
Okay,
have a great night. Barcelona, you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all the team. Por favor, fuerte aplauso para Jesse y todo el equipo que ha hecho posible esta gran final aquí en Barcelona. I hope you like our champagne. We call it Cava from Catalonia, from Cataluña, aquí en España, con nosotros. Bueno, y ahora tenemos todo preparado para que siga el show. Todavía tenemos mucho más para ofreceros. Que no se mueva nadie porque la noche, como ha dicho Jesse, todavía sigue adelante, ¿ok? We get the party started now. Y tenemos con vosotros ahora a una banda, un grupo que llega desde Ucrania y que ha actuado incluso en Broadway en Nueva York. Por favor, un fuerte aplauso para Light Balance, que están entrando ya en escenario. ¡Arriba este ruido!